Hello everyone, I'm Professor Hatter, and in today's video, I'm going to be reorganizing my hat wall here in my bedroom, and the closet doors as well. It'll be a big day, rearranging the hats for the upcoming football and college football season, and just going to be digressing and ranting about hats as I go along. Okay, so I'm reorganizing my hat wall here. Also, pardon my sound. I have a cold right now. Wanted to make the video after I had my cold, but didn't know when I would have the time to make the video. But now as good as ever, even with the cold. So I'm gonna sound even worse than usual on the video. Anyways, I'm reorganizing my wall here because one, I moved all my hats downstairs to try to make videos before, and it just didn't work. So I had all the hats downstairs for a while, and then we went on vacation to Atlanta and South Carolina. Then came back, and they're all still downstairs. I kind of circulated a few that I had taken on vacation, and the wall's just been blank. This is my main wall, 8 hooks. Originally it was 6, and then I added the 2 on the left side here. So reorganizing my wall because football season is coming up for NFL and college sports. And I like college football a lot, so I'm going to be reorganizing the wall based on baseball right now, college football that's coming up this week and the following week, and then NFL in a few weeks after that. So, let's get started. But first, we gotta clean the wall a bit. If you can't see, there's some U marks on the walls, especially up here, and there was one, I think, over here, but still, it's good to clean the wall, just because you want the hats to be in a good, clean environment. Although I swear quite a bit. Ha ha. Anyways, bad jokes aside, using some rubbing alcohol to clean off the wall a bit. This is what I used to clean the wall if I could put the hooks on. So, same concept. Just a few dabs on a paper towel will do. Excuse me, especially on by the window ledge here. That's where it gets the dustiest. So, now that we got the cleaning out of the way, let's get to the fun part. Okay, so my first 2 hats I'm going to put up on the wall. There'll be no surprise. My 2 Cubs hats. Now, there is a difference. One of them has the New Era flag logo on the side, one doesn't. One of them is a complete flat bill, 5950, and the other one is a low profile, 5950. I like both of them because essentially the perfect hat for me would be kind of like this color in a way, like a bit of a darker cubby blue. The pre-2016 Cubs hats on the field were great. But I also like the low profile look on this hat. And they both feel fine on the head. One is a 7.5. They're both 7.5s, but some of my Cubs hats vary from 7.5 to 7.5/8. But these are great hats. Cubs are looking for the postseason right now. They lost Yu Darvish the other day. My friend Addison predicted it, so he's gloating around and being all smarty pants, which he is. He knows his Cubs. So they're going to put these hats up for the Cubs postseason push, and hopefully they will be looking at some deep run into October baseball. So those two hats are going to go up first, and let's go into the next one, which will be another baseball hat. Atlanta Braves, low profile, 5950. I wore this at the Braves game when I went with the family on vacation. Uh, Braves were hosting the Brewers. Great game because the Braves won and Brewers lost. So, great hat my brother got for me for my birthday. And I'm going to put this one up on the wall as well, as they're going to make a somewhat decent run for the postseason. Uh, it'll be hard between them and the Philadelphia Phillies, but I think that the Braves will take away the East Division and be probably the second seed. No, probably the third seed in the NL for the playoffs. Now, what's kind of funny is on my PlayStation 3 on MLB The Show 16, I'm a third baseman for the Braves. I started in 2016, and basically from 2018 until about, I mean, still now in the game, but until about 2024, it was always between the Braves and the Phillies for first place in division and eventually win the World Series. I have like 3 or 4 World Series right now, so I can't even keep track. But it's just kind of funny when I first started it. I always made the joke that, oh, look, it's the complete opposite, where it's the Braves and Phillies are in dead last in the NL East, and here in the game it's fiction that they're both competing for first place. And now look what's happened in a quick turn. From 2017 to 2018, I mean they were basement teams, and now, boom, they're both doing pretty well. So that's the 3 baseball hats I have going on right now. On to college. Okay, so for me, I'm a recent college graduate. Well, it's August. I graduated back in December, and I'm just I like the environment of college. College was a great time for me. I went to 2 schools. I went to a community college first for 2 years, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and then transferred to a 4-year private university and commuted all 4.5 years I went to school. And I just liked the atmosphere of school. I wanted to be a teacher originally. Uh, After an internship last year at the Lincoln Museum, I kind of changed a little bit of my career pathway and was veering towards museum work. But still, I like the education environment. I have a minor in it. So, college football is pretty special for me. I like college sports better than professional sports. Well, especially if it's comparing basketball and football of professional and college based. Baseball, it's always better with the professionals, but with college football, I find it has more meaning. Not just because like each game is so important. Because if you're in the top 25, one loss could mean you're done for the season, or even two. But college football is better. It's a better atmosphere. I feel, especially with the student section, kind of having that ownership of the school, and the rivalries in college are better. I would say. I mean, the only good rivalry in the NFL right now is Bears and Packers. Uh, that's really it. There's a lot of these fictional rivalries. Maybe on the NFC East, AFC West, maybe. Even though I'm a Broncos fan, but there's a lot of better rivalry in college sports, especially if you're playing for the Illini Buck Trophy, the Turtle Trophy, the University of Illinois playing Ohio State for a Turtle Trophy. That's pretty compelling. That's good stuff. So I'm gonna start out with my Concordia hat. I went to Concordia, University of Chicago. Go Cougars. That was my transfer school, and I really want a new hat because I tried to fix it with some of the lids restoration mixer, but there's like a lot of good sweat marks on the side here, and really wish I had taken better care of the hat from the start. I could always go back to school and get a new hat. So my number one college hat will always be my Concordia hat. I had a lot of great friends there, and really appreciated my time at Concordia. Next school, had a rough choice between which of the three hats I should take, but I'm gonna go with the fitted, stretch fitted, top of the world, orange, Illini, University of Illinois, Fighting Illini hat. My other U of I hats are okay. I have a snapback hat. Looks like this. Got like a weird tarp nylon feel to the cap. Um, it's an interesting design. I like it, but it's not like a standard cap to really wear all the time. Uh, I do have an adjustable navy UFI hat from Top of the World, but the eye is crooked. It just really irks me a lot. So I don't wear it too much because when I wear it and I make it feel comfortable, then it looks dumb. But when I adjust it to make it look right, it feels uncomfortable. So I don't wear it too much, and even this one is still just a smidge crooked. So I don't think I'll be buying any more top of the world hats. But I like U of I football. That was my first dream school to go to until I realized that one, you needed really good grades for that school, and I did not have them. But I did apply to transfer there after Harper, my first college, and I got in. But then I realized that there's like 40,000 people that go there, and I like the small school environment. 40,000 students, about, barely 1,500, and not even all of them live on campus. It's a commuter school. So, but I'm going to put up U of I as my other college hat. Next one, I'm going to go Michigan State. This is my Michigan State New Era 950 snapback. Uh, it's green. Green's my favorite color. And they're a Big Ten school. Big Ten is my favorite conference. So, the great hat, the great purchase, actually, because it was originally like a $28 hat that I only paid like 11, $12 for after a few sales, after free shipping, and a $10 credit that I had received after spending so much and getting so many points from lives. So Michigan State, I think they're in the. I know that they're in the top 15 right now for the AP poll, so hopefully they can do something pretty good this season. Um, Thinking ahead, we're gonna go to my NFL hats now. I have plenty. Trust me, plenty more college hats and college football teams that I would support, put up on this wall, but I primarily have baseball season right now, and also got to put up NFL ready, even though that they don't start for another few weeks afterwards. But still, it's nice to be prepared, and I don't have to make another video just to move to hats. Anyways, the Bears, brand 47. I believe this is a MVP, or it's a franchise hat. It's Velcro adjustable. These are great hats. Had this for quite a while. Wore this to the Bears school training camp when they go to local high schools for a training camp session. They went to uh, my former high school, just across the street from me, few blocks down, really. And that was pretty cool. That's when Mitch Trubisky was first onto the Bears team. Uh, Bears are my number one football team overall, and my number two sports team behind the Cubs. So I'm trying to expand upon my Bears hat collection. This is pretty good standard hat, everyday use. But want one with the Bears head and possibly the Coach B logo, like a cursive B written in orange. And I always put it to the coaches because I always saw like Levy Smith or Mike Ditka, now Matt Nagy, and even Trestman and John Fox always wore that Coach's B. So looking to expand and also maybe get a few new era hats because those are nice as well. And the last spot on the wall goes to my other football team, my number two team. When back in fifth grade, I was playing Madden with one of my friends. They picked the Chicago Bears, and you can't play the same team. It'd be weird. So the team I went with had the same colors and had a pretty cool logo. So I picked them, and Jake Plummer was the quarterback at the time, and ever since then, I've been a fan of theirs, and it is the Denver Broncos. New era, stretch fitted, 39-30. Sometimes I get them mixed up if it's a 39-40 or 39-30. I don't have too many of these hats. I just have this and a Blackhawks New Era stretch fitted. Uh, I got this hat. My first Broncos apparel was a Jake Plummer jersey when I was probably in middle school, and I didn't get a Broncos hat until their run for the Super Bowl 50 championship. Not that I'm a bandwagon fan, because everyone kept asking when they went to Super Bowl 48, who are you going for, Seahawks or Broncos? Broncos. Oh, you're just a Peyton Manning bandwagon fan. No, I've been a fan since Jake Plummer was thrown to Brandon Marshall. Anyway, so I got this hat at Dick's Sporting Goods. There's another hat I remember in the clearance section with all the other random sports teams hats, and this was the only one that was left. There was another one that was blue. I like the navy color concept to the Broncos, but that's only because that's the Bears' main concept. But this is a great hat too. I also wore this. The first time I wore this was in January when they moved on to the next round of the playoffs, and the Packers didn't. And in one of my education classes at Concordia, one of my friends, she was a big Packers fan, and I wore this and uh, kind of rubbing it in her face a bit. That like, hey, my team moved on and yours didn't. But I mean, the Packers, they kind of been owning the Bears for a while now. So otherwise, wore this for quite some time, and this is my last spot, last hat to go on the wall. So that is the hat wall. Gonna be filming and putting hats up on the closet here. I have a whole hat rack and about 6 hooks to put on. So I'm gonna make that part 2 because I'm sure that this has been running on a long, long time, and I'm gonna be editing this and rendering and formatting and uploading. It's gonna take forever. I want to get these out as soon as I can, and I should stop the video now. So thank you for watching part 1. Watch part 2 coming up next.